In the heart of Arizona, just outside the bustling city of Phoenix, lies a place where nature still reigns supreme. The lower Salt River winds through the vast Tonto National Forest, a sanctuary for both wildlife and those who seek to witness its untamed beauty. This river, vital to the life and prosperity of the greater Phoenix area, has shaped the land and people for thousands of years. Its waters, once harnessed by ancient civilizations, now feed a sprawling metropolis. But beyond its practical purpose, the Salt River is home to something truly extraordinary. Here along the banks of the river, wild horses roam free, a living testament to the untamed spirit of the American West. Eagles soar overhead, their nests carefully guarded while their waters teem with life, trout, bass, and catfish, each a link in the delicate chain of this ecosystem. Today we journey through the lower Salt River, a place where history, wildlife, and wilderness converge. The story of the horse is one of both presence and absence. A species that first appeared on the plains of North America some 58 million years ago. Horses flourished in the vast grasslands, roaming the open spaces alongside other great beasts of their time. Over millennia, these creatures migrated across the Bering Strait to new lands, their numbers expanding. But in a twist of fate, horses vanished from America some 10,000 years ago, driven to extinction by the changing climate and early human hunters. For thousands of years, the lands of North America knew no horses. It wasn't until the arrival of the Spanish in the 1500s that horses returned to the continent, this time as companions to man. Brought across the seas, they soon became integral to the daily lives of explorers, settlers, and the native peoples alike. Today we ask the question, are these majestic animals native to this land? Or are they an introduced species, shaping the landscapes they once called home? By the early 1900s, over 2 million wild horses roamed free across the American West. But time and progress would see their numbers diminish. Cities rose, farms expanded, and roads were paved over the grasslands that were once their kingdom. The mustangs, once lords of these plains, now cling to survival in scattered pockets of wilderness. These horses, neither owned nor tamed, remain a living link to both the ancient past and the wild, untamed spirit that refused to fade. Here in the serene waters of the Rio Salado, a band of wild horses moves gracefully through the river's edge. The gentle flow of the water brings with it a bounty. Eelgrass, a lifeline for these creatures. Watch as they lower their heads, carefully pulling the delicate green strands from the riverbed. This grass, rich in nutrients, sustains them through the warm desert months. These horses, descendants of those brought here centuries ago, have adapted to this unique landscape. They live in harmony with the river, returning to its shores each day for food and water. In this quiet corner of the Salt River, nature provides all that is needed for their survival. In a world that is rapidly changing, these wild horses remain a living connection to a time-long past, thriving in the very land that their ancestors once roamed. Behind the effort to protect and preserve these majestic creatures stands a dedicated group. At the heart of this mission is Simone Netherlands, president of the Salt River Wild Horse Management Group. For years, her organization has worked tirelessly in the Tonto National Forest, monitoring, rescuing, and safeguarding the Salt River wild horses. Through careful management and passionate advocacy, Simone and her team have ensured that these horses continue to thrive in the wild, offering future generations a glimpse into a time when horses roamed free.
We are a nonprofit organization that is voluntarily, at no cost to the state or the federal government, is taking care of the Salt River wild horses. And this is actually the reason that they're still here today. Well, I'll never forget the day that the Forest Service wanted to remove and round up the Salt River wild horses. And at that time, we cared about them so much already that, we were very, very upset by that announcement. So we did whatever we had to do. We had rallies and protests, and we lobbied legislators, and we sued the federal government. And so we were very loud, and we produced a really huge outrage. Well, the Salt River wild horses are incredibly historic. In our own Arizona State Archives, you can find articles of them all the way back to 1890. So it's a very beautiful resource that we still have today, and it's amazing that you can still just go out and see a living piece of our Arizona history on the Salt River. Yeah, so the Salt River wild horses have about 20,000 acres they are allowed to roam on. So it's our responsibility to keep these horses as wild as possible, right? So we ask people, please, when you see the horses, respect them because this is their home. So we ask people, stay 50 foot away from the wild horses at all times, even when they come your way.
As the sun sets over the Salt River, these wild horses remain a symbol of resilience and freedom. Their survival, a testament to the delicate balance between nature and humanity. But their future, like so many wild places, rests in our hands. It is our responsibility to protect these magnificent creatures and their wilderness they call home, for today and for generations yet to come.